So, hello and welcome to day one of Playing in the Quantum Field with me, Kara Carouse, in Fully Expressed. So, I am going to be covering so many incredible topics over the next 7 days. We have 7 days together. This is an experiential journey to really help you believe it, to see it. And, like I said, we're going to be covering a lot of different topics today and over the next 7 days. So I'm really, really excited to get into all of that. As you come on, say hi, let me know you're here. If you are watching on a replay, let me know replay. And good morning, Kristen. Okay, so good. We're good. We're streaming. Everything's okay. So I'm gonna jump in, and we'll just see as members come on to the live. Great, and if you are able to tune in on a replay, that's okay too. So every day you can expect me to be either in here or posting something live at 11. So set your alarm for 11 o'clock. So today we're live, and we're doing like intro overview. As you come on, say hi, let me know you're here. Intro overview of what to really expect over the next 7 days together. And then we'll go from there. So, as I mentioned, I'm Kara Carouse. I'm an intuitive embodiment coach. My business is really focused around helping others live in alignment with their soul, helping others really feel fully expressed in who they are, living in authenticity with intention, and creating a life you love. Good morning, Sarah. So that can be in love, that can be, in relationships, that can be in business, especially growing a soul-led, personal branded business. That's something that I really love to help awaken in others and help you really find your way through that path, because that's the journey I'm on, and that's where I have, I've grown my business very successfully in this way. And I know others are waking up to this too. So if that's you, know that you found yourself in the right place. And then especially around like love and relationships too. Like that's stuff that I super duper love to be able to do. Good morning, Delaney. So this is an open forum. This is ask any questions you have, and know that in time, if I don't answer them immediately, that in time I will. So I love questions. I love being able to, have a conversation in a sense. So good morning. It's Kara, right? You pronounce Kara and I pronounce Kara, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, so I'm in this place. Good morning, Beth. Good morning. I'm in this place where I know that I've had the honor, I've had the joy, the luxury to really be able to honor my soul's calling. Yeah, Kara. Okay. And I'm Kara. And I bet you get called Kara or Kara, and I get called Kara, but it's okay. So, all right. So since I've had this ability to follow my soul assignment. When I was in my 20s, I got to be able to stay home with my boys. I knew the importance of being able to raise them and how formative their first 3 years were. They're 14 and 17 now. But when they were younger, I was able to be a stay-at-home mom with them. I had a degree in psychology. I knew developmentally how important those years were. So I really wanted to be able to be with them during that time. In that time, it really allowed me to continue soul searching and see what it is my heart truly desired. What I desired in this life. And what I realized was a big part of what I desired was to be able to help empower others, to help others in their own empowerment, because it's nothing that I do. I'm the guide. I just lead you there. You're the one who actually shows up and really does the work. You invest your time, in the next 7 days, showing up and making the commitment to yourself. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for you, making the commitment to yourself to come and play in the quantum field and really see what evolves from this place of inquiry, from this place of curiosity, from this place of, dusting off what is written on your heart. And so I got to do that. in my 20s. I had my boys. I realized out of the birth experiences that I had, that part of what was written on my heart, I dusted it off. My first soul assignment was as a birth professional, as a birth doula, teaching hypnobirthing, which is hypnosis for birth, to be able to welcome our babies into a peaceful, calm environment, starting their lives like that, as opposed to like one that's, really rooted in fear and chaos and turmoil that a lot of the births are. It's how the culture of birth is, unfortunately, in our country. But I really wanted to be able to do my part and help others really have empowering transformational experiences. So I got to honor that call, and I still do. But early on in really heeding what was written on my soul, I got to really follow those callings in my heart. And then moving into, I got divorced from my ex-husband. Today's his birthday. Shout out, Alex, happy birthday. But got divorced, was a single mom, realized I wanted to go back to school, become a registered nurse, and follow this path of continuing to help others have empowering birth experiences, and what that really looked like. And the whole time it was, I was continuing to check in with my heart, What direction am I heading? What choices am I making? What decisions am I making today that are setting me up for like a better tomorrow? One that really is aligned with my vision that I have for myself in this life. We get this one life. And so why not make the most of it, right? Tell me in the comments if you feel like you really are living your life to the fullest right now. 0 to 10. 10 is yes, you are living to the fullest. You're leading from your heart all the time. You're making these decisions that you know are best for you. It's like you're going for it. Let me know. And 0 is like I really could do better. So let me know in the comments where you're at with that. So I went back to nursing school in my 30s. I got my degree as an RN, registered nurse, and worked as a nurse for many years in pediatrics, and that was good, but it wasn't what was written on my heart. It was, Suzette, hello, you're like a 6. Okay, a 6 is good. It's good. 6, okay. So there's definitely room for improvement with a 6, right? Wouldn't you say? 8 or 9, Sarah, yes. Honoring the soul's calling, Kristen, 5. Okay, so there's still work, like Delaney, 5. Okay, so there's still work, I believe. If I were rating myself around a 5 or a 6, I would still be wanting to dive deeper. And so you're here, you're in the right place. We're going to be getting into all the things. So I was I was working my nurse job, and I was realizing how that was draining me so much. It was draining me, and it wasn't like lighting me up anymore. So I got curious. I inquired, what does light me up? And what lights me up, dusted it all off, was still my birth work, was still building community, was still helping others feel empowered through these really incredible, transformative experiences of life. And that evolved into my coaching that I'm doing now, is moving into coaching in the online space, and moving more into mentorship, and moving more into helping others really live their life to the fullest. And like I said, that can be in love. That can be, I found myself in codependent relationships, and of course, realized that grew out of patterns that I had from childhood. But was able to put myself back together in that sense. So I love to be able to help others understand themselves in that way, moving towards a healthy, conscious relationship, not so much from the toxicity. I do believe that we all sort of have to overcome that at some point and move towards what wholeness looks like, what a conscious, healthy relationship looks like. And then it's also an entrepreneurship. It's 11:11 on the East Coast. Make a wish. Okay, so all of that really, my path along the way leading me to where I am today, where I've consistently had 10K plus months, where I've consistently had an incredible relationship with my significant other. And it hasn't come easy, we've put in effort, and we've put in work, and we have the hard conversations. But ultimately, this willingness to be able to grow together and move in that direction is really this glue that, you know, that keeps us together, and it allows me to continue to live my life in alignment. So my hope for you in these next 7 days of us being together is for you to really get clear on what your desires are, what it looks like to play in the quantum field of infinite possibilities, because it's happening. We're already doing it. We're already playing in the quantum field. I'm just going to be bringing it from the subconscious a little bit more up to our conscious awareness. And for you to start really moving in the direction of those desires and to continue to create a life you love. Okay? So I'm excited to dive in. So as I said, each day is going to be a different topic that we're exploring, a different area in life. And again, any questions, please throw them out there. Make this commitment now to yourself that you are going to show up for these 7 days. And whether it's, you know, live, you're here at 11 o'clock Eastern every day to catch, you know, whatever piece, whether I'm coming in live. Tomorrow it is going to be a pre-recorded audio that you're going to tune in for. That's okay too. You're still getting the information. Or if you can't make it live, make sure you schedule a time for yourself to really be able to tune in, because this is for you. So today, the topic. Okay, so let me talk about the quantum field. So the quantum field, this is this concept of us really having more of like an interactive role with our lives, and us being able to co-create our lives in manifestation. Like, do you believe in manifestation? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. I know you're in this group. This group used to be called Live with Intention, then it was called Intuitive Self-Healers, and then it was Intuitive Women in Business, and now it's Fully Expressed. I feel good about Fully Expressed, because this is what we come here to do. We come here to live as our fullest expression. And so in the next 7 days, we're really exploring that a little bit more. Hey, Delaney, yes. Okay. Yes, definitely, Sarah. Absolutely. So playing in the quantum field is understanding that all of our thoughts, all of our emotions, everything is moving us more towards creating a new reality. And a big part of that is your power of choice. So we wake up in the morning and we are bombarded with choices all the time. Wake up first thing in the morning, you have the choice whether to pick your phone up immediately or not. We wake up in the morning, you have the choice whether to drink a tall glass of water and start hydrating and nourishing your system or not. You have the choice whether to get some fresh air or take a walk and move your body, moving that energy, getting the blood, your heart pumping and the blood flowing. So say, yes, okay, good. We have these choices every minute of every day. You have the choice to stay on this live right now. You have the choice to be here or to be doing other things. We're constantly making choices for ourselves. And then it's from that power of choice, these decisions that we make, that based on which direction we decide to head, open up a whole new reality for yourself. And it's constant. It's all the time. And so our thoughts are constantly thinking. It's the inherent nature of the mind to think. And the heart, we can't not feel. So it's like the inherent nature of the heart to feel. Now, whether we're connected to those two things separately or together is another story. So that's a huge part of what we're going to be exploring too over the next 7 days, is what's going on up here, what's happening in the mind, what are the scripts that run, what's the narrative. And not just what you're aware of, but also what you're not aware of. So the subconscious mind makes up 95% of your thinking. All of us humans. 95% is the subconscious mind. So that's all of our patterned beliefs that's all of our habits. That's all of our subsequent behaviors, those actions that come from our thoughts and our beliefs. It's everything that's been written for us from when we were 7 years old and younger. These may not even be your beliefs at this point in adulthood. They could be your parents' beliefs, your grandparents' beliefs, passed down, passed down, passed down. And then so we continue to think them and we continue to think them until in adulthood you get to hit the pause button and you go, well, wait a second. Do I still believe that? Do I still want to continue to subscribe to that belief? Am I signing up for that? The conscious mind starts to wonder when you start to challenge those beliefs, those patterned responses or reactions, the habits. Are they working for you anymore? And then it all becomes an inquiry. So allow yourself to be conditioned to move from a place of curiosity and not judgment. Okay? We're moving from a place of curiosity and not judgment together in these next 7 days and beyond. And beyond. So, what's happening with our thoughts? What's happening with our heart and the way we feel about different things? This all contributes to the frequency that you're vibrating at. And every single one of our emotions has a corresponding energetic frequency. So you start to really consider that, and then layered with subconscious beliefs and how that all starts to play out. And it's like, do these make sense for me? So you outwardly, you want to be calling in more abundance. You want to be more prosperous. You want to be welcoming in more wealth. Outwardly, there may be these desires that you have for yourself. But then inward, those subconscious beliefs, the 95% of your thoughts and beliefs, inwardly, maybe you're experiencing lack and scarcity and never enough. And I'm never going to get ahead. And just keep your head above water. And so if that is the internal belief, that is the frequency that's going out to the world. So when we play in the quantum field, we're bringing those beliefs to your conscious level of awareness, and we're starting to reprogram. Okay? So any questions thus far? Any thoughts? It's really just time to clean it up. It's really time to clean it up. So is that yes, a question, or yes, you get it? Please ask away. So it's time to clean it all up right now, and to really get in integrity. To get in integrity with your heart, to get in integrity with your desires, in integrity with your big picture vision. Yes, lack. Okay, yeah. And that is not uncommon. So the topic that we're really getting into today, yes, we're going to be delving into pursuing your passions, and we're going to be looking at, really moving from your heart center and pleasure-based living, heart-led living. We're going to be looking at so many factors around really creating a life that you love. But today we're going to be talking about money. Money can be a hot topic. Money can have a stigma around it. And money also is what makes the world go around. And money on its own has no power. We give it the power. We assign the meaning. We put the dollar sign on it. We put the cost is the value we put on something. So we go to the, you're at the store, you're looking at a purse. The cost is the value that's on that purse. Is it a designer label? Is it not? What is the value of it? How has it been made? What is the quality? The value. And really, money is an enhancer. It's an amplifier. So we think that money is the root. You may have heard that money is the root of all evil. Or that money just breeds greed. Or rich people are mean. Or the way some people who have a lot of money are portrayed in the movies as just like snooty, rude, superior individuals. Well, money being an amplifier, it just makes them more of that person. If you're already a not so nice person, it's going to make you more of a not so nice person. But at the root, if you're a really good person, it's going to make you even more of a good person. You're going to do more philanthropic activities. You're going to be more of a humanitarian. You're going to want to give back. You're going to want to share your wealth. You know that you are the channel that money comes through, and you continue to keep the money moving. It's an energy. We keep it in flow. So as far as, money mindset goes, how much work would you say you've done to improve your own money mindset? Let me know in the comments, because here's the thing. Our money situation will never change until we improve our relationship with money. Like, we have a relationship with money. It's just like having any other relationship with anyone else around us. You've done a lot of work, Suzette. Okay, good. And so this will hopefully be deepening your awareness of your money mindset and deepening this, this knowledge, this awareness of moving from a place of lack. So when we're moving from a place of lack, anytime in life, whether it's with money, whether we're in lack around love, or we're in lack around the success of our business, wherever the lack falls, it's always rooted in fear. And there are two major forces in life. There's love and there's fear. And remember, when we go back to the energetic scales and we think of how every single emotion has a corresponding energetic frequency, fear and lack and scarcity have a very low frequency. And the power of choice comes in, and we allow ourselves to pivot and choose differently, and choose love, and choose abundance, choose the frequency of prosperity. And so maybe your bank account is not in overflow right now. Maybe it is, and you're still in lack. But maybe you're not where you want to be financially. If you can harness the concept, if you can just really, really incorporate, let it land, embody the concept of there is prosperity. We live in an abundant universe. You are prosperous with your breath. We're prosperous with fresh air. We're prosperous with sunshine. You think of all the things that you are prosperous with. You're prosperous with hugs and love around you. We think of all the things that we are already prosperous with, everywhere where we can find abundance around us. It's everywhere. We live in an abundant world. It's everywhere. And so you start to turn your focus on that, and that is the power of choice. You start to really focus on those things. Your reality will shift. It will. It is inevitable. Okay, so have you guys heard of Joe Dispenza? Dr. Joe Dispenza. I love him. I love his work. He says, your personality creates your personal reality. So think about that. Your personality, our personality, yeah, you know him, love him. Yay, Beth, yes. Our personality, your personality is made up of your thoughts, your personality. Think of your personality. Think of your personality right now. Good morning, Elizabeth. Tell me how you believe others would describe you and your personality. Tell me how others would describe you and your personality. Tell me in the comments. I know, I love that quote. Me too. Your personality creates your personal reality. So yeah, your personality is made up of your thoughts. And remember, these are your subconscious thoughts or your conscious thoughts. Our emotions and like our moods in a sense, you know, and so it's like also be aware of us being cyclical beings and women, that this really, really gets, you know, our mood changes day to day, week to week, for sure. But that all makes up your personality. These patterned responses or reactions that we have. How would friends describe you? How would you say others, friends, family, how would you say others would describe you? Nice and funny. Okay, Suzette. Habits that you may have, all of that is shaping up to be your personality. And then your personality creates your personal reality. We're constantly shaping our lives. Passionate and independent. Beautiful. Yeah. And so you think about that. Now, if we, okay, you're definitely, I think different people would say different things. I'm not sure any one of them really knows me though. Interesting. Well, so I'm curious how we think others see us. Not so much how we see ourselves, because, I mean, that's really, really important. But how we believe others see us really gets factored into who we believe we are. It's a huge part of one's identity. So considering, you know, how others view you, and then really also considering how you view you as part of your personality. So every single day, we are going to do a meditation. Okay? Every single day we're going to do a meditation, because this is the work. We're getting into the subconscious mind, and we're starting to really look at things a lot closer, like a fine-tooth comb. We're really going to be combing through your thoughts. And this is fun. Like, this is the play. This is such an incredible part of the journey, is really getting curious. And then also, I'm going to post some journaling prompts for you just to consider, okay? Joe Dispenza. Dispezena. I didn't bring his book in. It's on my other bookshelf. Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you look on YouTube, he has a ton of different videos on YouTube and different interviews. He's got a couple books, You Are the Placebo, and then also Becoming Supernatural. So those books, he's in a position where he can really test brainwaves and do before and afters and really start to like scientifically prove this stuff, moving from the quantum field. Yes, my pleasure, Sarah. So that's, yeah, thanks, Beth. Yeah. And he's actually like going to be in Niagara Falls in September for an advance, like for a week-long retreat. So yeah, check him out for sure. I'm a huge fan. I love his work. I've loved his work for many years, and it makes sense. And I love that he's in a position where he really can like test. You know, he in the retreats, they're checking brain waves on people. They do meditations. They do. So a big part of his work too is in creating future memories is making mind movies, where in our minds, and we're going to be exploring some of this in meditations too in the next 7 days. In your mind, you're creating a movie of you know, anticipating how your life is unfolding. And so then you're picturing it, you're visualizing it, it's happening, you're in the feels of all of it, we're attracting it, that's what's bringing it in more into your energetic vortex. And in doing so, when you are living it in the future as it comes to be, it's familiar to you. It's like, of course this is happening. I created this. Of course this is happening. Because this is how powerful we are. And we are so powerful that we will often disempower ourselves by the beliefs that we're inferior, or you're not enough, or you're not worthy, or it's not meant for you, or who am I to be doing this? Ego comes in, fear comes in to keep you small, to keep you safe, but really to stop you from reaching your fullest expression, your highest potential. And so when we come into this space where you know you desire more, you know you're meant for more, you know you're here to have a greater impact, we've got to override ego. We've got to override fear. You've got to be brave and courageous. And do one thing a day that scares you, as Eleanor Roosevelt said. And to keep showing up. And to hold this big picture vision in love and in light. And to take action to move forward towards that vision every single day. Even if it's just showing up here and making the commitment to you. That's huge. That's huge. That's the action. But every single day. And maybe the action one day is laying around and taking a nap. And it just so happens to time out to be a week before your period. That's okay. That's action. You're still being productive when you give yourself that space. Okay, so let me just look at it. But it's like for these 7 days, I really have very loosely outlined what I'm going to be sharing and what's going to be coming through. So let me just make sure that like I covered everything that I wanted to touch on today, and then we're going to get into a meditation. Okay, so and also I know that like in the days to come, if I feel like I didn't touch on, you know, everything I wanted to touch on today or one day, I know that in the days to come, everything will come through to you that's meant to come through for you. I believe that everything that is coming through, my message, everything that is coming through is going to land with all of the right people. You're here at the right time. You're in the right place. You're at the right point in your life to be able to receive this information, really trusting that for yourself. And so, get comfortable where you are. We're diving in with money, okay? We're doing a meditation and we're diving in with money as the topic. So get comfortable in the way you're sitting, or if you would like to lay down. I might move us a little bit closer here. Now, I will also say too, in my journey, I've really gotten to do a lot of work around my money mindset and around my wealth consciousness. And, to get to a place where I am comfortable, where I know my value, I know my worth, I know everything that I bring to the table, and where I'm comfortable saying, at this point, my rates are $5,000 for 3 months. To say that and to book clients at that rate has taken me time to get to that point. For me to know how to hold bigger amounts of money and not blow through them. For me to not carry debt. And if I do have debt, it's temporary. And I know that there's gratitude around that because someone trusts me enough to let me borrow that money from them. A credit card or a bank loan, whatever the case may be. So I allowed myself to really reframe my relationship with money. I've moved from a place where I grew up with a single mom who we were very strapped for cash. She made it very clear we didn't get child support. She didn't get any child support from my dad. She was a nurse, so we were on a single family, budget, income, home. We shopped at Payless Shoes. We went to the Salvation Army for clothes. So I really did a lot of work on my money mindset and my relationship with money, my level of trust that I had with money, to be able to get to a point where I've allowed more. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning. How is this summit coming? Where I've allowed myself to create multiple pathways of income to come in, different offerings within my business, based on my heart's desires and my soul assignment, where it's ways that it's fun for me to express creativity and to share my gifts, but also in ways that are improving the lives of others. Okay, good. I'm glad. Shannon, we're about to do a meditation for money. And while we're playing in the quantum field, we're about to really dive in deeper and look at, how we feel about money. So, speaking of moving from a place of lack and scarcity, that is where I was. I was, when I was married, when I was in my marriage, I didn't make the money. My ex-husband, who today is his birthday, like I said, my ex-husband, it was like, he was the one in charge of all that. And it was, we were uneven. There was definitely a sense of inequality there, which again, really played in with my subconscious beliefs and a sense of inferiority, a deep-seated sense of inferiority, a deep-seated sense of unworthiness or not enough around me and my own earning capabilities. Even though I had a 4-year degree, he has a 9th grade education. It hasn't stopped him from making a very good living doing what he's doing. So, but it was I had my own scripts around money. My grandparents, who, were very influential in raising us, they grew up with the depression mentality. Everything we would get would be on sale. There were coupons being used. It was like shopping at the discount stores all the time. So for me to come to a place really where I feel safe and comfortable and really I felt this way with my programming as well. Yes, when we step into this arena of doing the deeply healing inner work to create a new reality for ourselves, this is we've got to look at a lot of these beliefs. We've got to look at the scripts that were and are still running that don't make sense anymore. They don't make sense. We don't have to still subscribe to them. Money doesn't grow on trees. Champagne taste on a beer budget. Any of the scripts that come running through that have gotten passed down to you. Taking a look at those and going, do I want to continue to subscribe to that? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you worried where, any money is going to come from? Like, what does this look like for you? And knowing that, just by simply choosing to focus where your attention goes, energy flows. And we're all energy. So remember, when we're playing in the quantum field, we're looking at things on a molecular level. These atoms that are vibrating, and they all have a frequency. This is what we're looking at. Our emotions, our thoughts, like all of that is really coming into play when we're getting curious about creating a new reality and playing in the quantum field. God, my dad said over and over, he was champagne taste on a Coca-Cola cash. Yeah. And that's deeply ingrained. And so when I came to this space and I knew I wanted to create a new reality, it was like, I got to do something different. I'm no longer subscribing to those beliefs. Money is abundant. There is so much freaking money in this world. And it's just a matter of tapping into the correct frequency, the match, the energetic match for that frequency. Turning the dial on a radio station and being broadcasted what they're sending out. So turning the dial on your radio station and attuning yourself to the frequency of wealth, to the frequency of abundance, of prosperity, of overflow. Renegotiating your relationship with debt, with bills, being thankful for the bill, okay, yes, gas prices are out of off the charts right now. Our vehicles get us from A to B. And so maybe we're getting creative with how you're, using the gas in your car, but like thinking about, okay, my vehicle gets me from point A to point B, and I am so thankful for that. It's steady, it's reliable. When the bills come in, the internet bill, how thankful are we for the bills that for the internet? It can, we're doing this through our phones, through our computers, through the World Wide Web. You can grow a global brand from your phone, from your smartphone. Thank you to the internet. Yes, I will pay $80, $90 a month for my internet to connect with anyone who's here to hear my message in the world. So thinking about, your electricity bill. We're getting electricity for that, being thankful for that instead of so annoyed that we have to pay these bills. Okay. So get comfortable, and we're just going to see what comes through for this meditation, but I want you to, be able to tune in. And if you feel like you can't watch right now and you want to be able to make sure that you do watch, we're at a time when you can be uninterrupted, then, really set aside time to come back and tune in for this. But we're going to be just kind of accessing a little bit more. We're doing meditation. So get comfortable, decide if you want to be seated or laying down. I will likely guide as if you were in a seated position, just through us turning inward. So decide if you want to, put your phone down, prop it up, whatever. If I'm on your computer, that's good. That's all set up there. You don't have to do anything with it. So just start to take some deep breaths in and out. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Maybe a few more of these deep breaths in and out. And knowing that you can welcome an Asai at any time during this meditation, during this experiential journey as we go and play in the quantum field together. It's bringing in new awarenesses to yourself, to your life. These new awarenesses are all rooted in the lens that you view life from. So you can decide if you want to let your eyelids, if you want to let your eyes close, just the eyelids gently touching, meeting one another. Or if you want to keep your eyes open, just a soft gaze down at the floor in front of you or out in front of you, or still watching me, whatever. I'm likely going to close my eyes as I turn inward. So noticing what your breath is doing. Just watching each breath come in and each breath leave the body over and over again. And seeing if you can tell the location of your breathing. So each breath that comes in, does it fill your lungs? Does it fill your side ribs? Does it fill your belly? Each breath that leaves, do those areas draw back in or recede? Just watching over and over again. Maybe it's a little of all three of those areas. Just observing. Not trying to make anything happen. This breath, this constant companion, is with you all the time. And anytime you want to bring yourself back into the present moment, all you have to do is just turn your awareness to your breath and checking on the location and checking on the pace of your breathing, if it's fast or slow. And like I said, feeling free to welcome in a sigh at any time now, or while I'm talking, while you're exploring within. It just helps the nervous system reset, letting that happen. And the awareness coming to the crown of your head, releasing any sense of holding in your scalp. Let the forehead smooth out. Let the eyes soften. So the actual eyeballs recede a bit in the sockets, as well as all the little muscles around the eyes. Letting go. The cheeks relaxed. The jaw free of any tension. The tongue relaxed. Possibly with the tip of the tongue behind the top front teeth, or just wherever it's ended up. And now keeping the head upright, allow the back of the neck to soften. So you find this balance between your effort to keep the head upright and your surrender, your ability to surrender all the muscles, letting go of all the muscles not necessary for holding the head upright. The shoulder blades down the back, the arms just resting comfortably at your sides, palms of the hands free of any tension. And the awareness coming back up to the chest through the heart center. So with the shoulder blades drawn down the back, the spine nice and long and tall, upright. And let your heart shine forward. And keep this heart open no matter what. That's one of the bravest things you can do. Aware of where you feel the breath move in your body. See, awareness moves down through your belly, mid back, low back. Again, that balance between effort and surrender. The effort to stay upright and surrendering all the muscles not necessary for holding the spine long, tall. Feeling proud of yourself in this moment. Feeling heavy in your seat. The thighs relax. The knees, the calves, the shins, all letting go. And right down to the soles of your feet, the toes, relaxed, open. Allowing any sounds you may hear other than my voice, just to take you deeper into a sense of relaxation, to your place of peace. Keeping the attention turned inward, still maintaining an awareness of your surroundings. So any sensations you may feel on your skin, any sense you may smell, allowing them to take you deeper to relaxation. And now in your mind's eye, staying curious, moving from this place of what if and curiosity as opposed to judgment. Staying in curiosity. Bringing up some of the thoughts you may have around money. Some of the phrases you may have heard when you were growing up about money. The feelings you have around money. Stripped down, bare bones. How do you really feel about money? Do you trust money? Do you feel safe to hold money? Were you told you could be trusted with money? You're staying in this place of inquiry and curiosity, allowing yourself to bring forth any fears you have about money. It's never enough. It comes and it goes. It never stays. You never know where it's coming from. What are the fears you have about money? You're spread thin. All the debt, the bills are piling up. Letting yourself feel into all of that. It's like chatter. So hear these thoughts, feel these feelings as chatter, as static, as noise, and they get loud. Keep breathing. You hear all these sounds and bring them up bright. They're colorful. And now all at once, everything that you're seeing, that you're hearing, that you're feeling, You see all the color get wiped clean. It's white, it's gray. There's no color. You hear it silenced. The feelings are gone. It's like the waves come up and wash it all away. And you're left in your own mind and your own heart to create anew. To think to yourself about the relationship you'd like to have with money. If you imagine that money were a person, how would you treat money? Would you respect money more? Would you trust money more? See yourself with money. And feel light. Feel free. Feel abundant. Money is an amplifier. It allows you to be more of who you are. You're a good person. It allows you to be more of a good person. It allows you to share your wealth. Not from a place of an inability to hold it and not feeling safe to hold the money, but from a place of wanting to help others, help your family. And thinking to yourself, money flows to me freely and all the time. We live in an abundant universe. There's money all around me. This money flows through me, flows to me. It is safe for me to receive money. As I offer my gifts to others, money flows into my life with ease. Money gives me freedom and options. Money allows me to have experiences that support my heart's desires, to make memories, to live an incredible life. I'm thankful for debt and the ability to pay it off. I'm thankful that someone trusts me to allow me to borrow money from them, knowing in integrity I will repay the money I've borrowed and continue to have overflow. I'm thankful for the money I exchange, for the services provided, for my bills. I'm Those bills allow me to have utilities in my home, a vehicle or public transportation that works, the internet, a phone, connection with others. There's gratitude in that. The big money goals I have for myself are meant for me. I'm worthy and deserving of all the money that is meant to come through me. I'm continuing to think any other thoughts, any other affirmations. Moving from this place of curiosity. What if you were able to hold $100,000 in your bank account? What if you were able to hold $500,000 in your bank account? What is the feeling? What if you held $1 million in your bank account? Breathing that in. And think about this life, this one life we're given. And showing up for the lessons, for all the learning, all the triumphs, turning all the pain to power. What if, in this lifetime, you could have more money than you've ever dreamed of? To support your growth, your expansion, your ascension, your connection to others. Staying with those feelings of curiosity and what if. And smiling to yourself, knowing that whatever your heart desires, it's already yours. It's just a matter of you becoming an energetic match to be able to receive it, increasing your capacity to hold more, showing up and doing this work and loving yourself so much. You give yourself this time, this space. On your next inhalation, taking a deep breath in, letting that breath out all the way, allowing yourself to start wiggling toes, fingers, just to bring yourself back to this body, this space, allowing the eyes to crack open, giving yourself a moment to focus. Letting me know in the comments how you feel, how that was for you. If you had any new realizations about your relationship with money, Or maybe you don't have a relationship with money and you'd like to cultivate one a little bit more. Just sharing any thoughts or comments that come through for you. I went very deep. Good, Delaney. Yeah. And that's part of the fun when we play in the quantum field, because it really allows you to open to this realm of infinite possibilities. Infinite! We wake up every day, we do the same freaking thing. You get the same freaking results. But when we really start to like switch things up, everything changes. Yeah, I am abundant and worthy of receiving. Hell yeah. Definitely, Beth. I did feel like I really let go and released when we erased the color. Yeah. And then bring back in all new colorful images. Everything that you are creating. You get to pick a new narrative. It's whatever you want it to be. Truly. So tomorrow will be a recording that I will post at 11 that you will still tune in for. And hi, Judy. Yeah, check the replay for sure. And then I'll be back Wednesday with you live. Okay? So you can post in the group anything, any new realizations that you're having, any feedback from day one. Let me know how it was for you. We're in this to win it. We're here to play. And you get to show up for yourself in this time and see what other topics I have in store for you and what else you will learn about yourself in this time. So I hope you have a fabulous Monday, and I will see you Wednesday. Peace.